9 out of 10 drivers are sitting behind features they've never used, and that ignorance is costing them real money. One missed button on your dashboard can turn into a $3,000 repair bill, and most mechanics are in no hurry to tell you. Your car is hiding tricks that save fuel, prevent breakdowns, and keep hundreds of dollars in your pocket every year. I've got 15 for you today, and some will genuinely surprise you. Let's begin now with secret number 15. Number 15, the arrow on your fuel gauge. Ever pull into a gas station, hop out, and realize the pump is on the wrong side of the car? Maybe you try to stretch the hose across the trunk, or you pull out and circle around like everyone's watching. You've probably done it in your own car 100 times. Look at your fuel gauge right now. Next to the little pump icon, there's a tiny arrow, a triangle pointing either left or right. That arrow tells you exactly which side of the car your gas cap is on. If it points right, the cap is on the passenger side. If it points left, driver's side. This feature exists because automakers knew drivers got confused, especially in rental cars or when borrowing a spouse's vehicle. It's been on most dashboards since the late 1980s and hardly anyone notices. But this next one could actually save your neck in traffic, literally. Number 14, the 3-blink turn signal tap. Picture this. You're cruising in the middle lane, you spot a gap to your right, and you flick the turn signal. It stays on forever. Now you're fumbling to cancel it before the car behind thinks you're turning into their driveway. Here's what most drivers never notice. Your turn signal has 2 positions. If you push the stalk all the way until it clicks, it stays on until the steering wheel straightens out. But if you just tap it lightly, pushing it maybe halfway, not to the click, it blinks exactly 3 times and stops on its own. 3 blinks is the federally recommended count for a safe lane change, tap and release. That's it. No cancel, no overshoot, no driver behind you cursing at your left turn signal. Most cars built after roughly 2005 have this, and almost no one uses it, but the next trick will block a blind spot you probably forgot about. Number 13, the sliding sun visor extension. Ever driven down the highway with the sun hitting you from the side window, squinting, one hand up blocking the glare? You swing your visor over to the side, but it only covers half the window. Here's what they don't tell you. That visor does more than flip down. Look at where it attaches to the roof. There's a clip on one side and a sliding rod on the other. Unclip the visor from the middle, swing it to the side window, and then slide it along that rod toward the back of the car. Suddenly, the visor extends 6 or 8 inches and blocks the sun that was torching your left eye. This has been standard on almost every sedan, SUV, and truck for about 25 years. Try it next time you get in your car. It takes 2 seconds. But this next secret can turn a hot summer day into instant relief before you even put the key in. Number 12, rolling all windows down from your key fob. You come out to your car on a 95-degree day, and you know the second you open the door, a wall of heat is going to hit you. The steering wheel could burn your palms. The air inside is pushing 140 degrees. Most people think the fob only locks and unlocks, but actually it can vent your entire car before you even touch the door. On most vehicles made in the last 15 years, if you press and hold the unlock button for 3 to 5 seconds, every window rolls down at once. Some models even pop the sunroof. By the time you walk up, the heat has already started escaping. You sit down on a seat that's 20 degrees cooler than it would have been. This doesn't work on every car. The exact feature varies by model, so check your owner's manual. When it works, it's worth the 5 seconds. Speaking of that fob, this next secret could get you out of a serious jam. Number 11. The hidden metal key inside your fob. You walk up to your car in a dark parking lot, press unlock, and nothing happens. The battery in your fob just died. No flashing lights, no click. Now what? Here's what most drivers never notice. Almost every key fob built in the last 20 years has a physical metal key hidden inside it. There's usually a small button, latch, or tab on the side of the fob. Press or slide it, and a full-size metal key pops out. That key unlocks your driver's door the old-fashioned way. On many cars, the keyhole is hidden behind a small plastic cover near the door handle. Pop that cover off and the lock is right there. Once you're inside, most cars have a dedicated spot on the steering column or in a cup holder where you hold the dead fob against the start button, and the car recognizes it by proximity. But here's what makes this even better. The next trick can turn your trunk into a full hauling setup. Number 10. Cargo hooks and tie-downs in your trunk. You load up the trunk with groceries, take one corner a little too fast, and now the bag with your eggs has tipped sideways. Or you're hauling a piece of furniture and it slides every time you brake. Open your trunk and really look around. Along the sides and on the floor, you'll see small metal loops or hooks, usually 4 of them. These are cargo tie-down points, rated to hold real weight, typically 50 to 100 pounds each. Loop a bungee cord or a length of rope through 2 of them, and you've locked your groceries, your toolbox, or your weekend lumber run in place. Many SUVs also have small plastic hooks for hanging grocery bags so they don't tip. This feature exists because automakers know people haul stuff, and sliding cargo is a leading cause of trunk damage. But this next secret cools your car twice as fast on a brutal day. Number 9. The recirculation button that cools twice as fast. You crank the AC to full blast on a summer afternoon, but the air still feels warm. 10 minutes go by, and you're still sweating behind the wheel. What gives? Look at your climate controls. There's a button, usually marked with a small car outline and a curved U-turn arrow inside it. That's the recirculation button, sometimes called Recirc or Max-AC. Here's the kicker. When it's off, your air conditioning is pulling in 100-degree outside air and trying to cool it down. When you press it, the system recirculates the cold air already inside the cabin, which is a lot easier than starting from scratch. Tests show cabin temps drop up to 30% faster with Recirc on. Here's the catch. Don't leave it on forever, especially in winter, because it can fog up your windshield. Pop it off once you're comfortable. Now for a trick that could save your bumper if you ever get stuck in snow or mud. Number 8. Using your floor mats to escape snow and mud. Ever been stuck in snow or mud, with the wheels just spinning, flinging slush everywhere and getting you nowhere? You're about to call a tow truck that'll cost you $150 on a good day. Before you make that call, pop open your doors and pull out your floor mats. The rubber or textured side is the key. Jam one mat, textured side up, under each drive wheel. That's the front two on a front-wheel drive car, the rear two on a rear-wheel drive. Push them as far under the tire as you can. Now ease onto the gas gently. The tire grips the mat instead of spinning on ice, and you roll right out. But here's what they don't tell you. Check your mirrors first, because those mats can fly backward at 30 miles an hour once the tire catches. And plan to hose them off afterward. The next secret could save you from buying new tires a year too early. Number 7. The real tire pressure number. Ever glance at your tire sidewall, see max 44 psi, and pump it up to 44? If you did, you just made a mistake that could cost hundreds in new tires. Most people think the number on the tire itself is the recommended pressure. But actually, that's the maximum the tire can handle. A ceiling, not a target. The real number is on a sticker inside the driver's door jamb. Open your door, look at the frame near the latch, and you'll see a small white or yellow sticker listing the correct PSI for your front and rear tires. For most passenger cars, that number sits between 30 and 36 PSI. Running your tires at 44 makes them wear out in the middle, gives you a harsher ride, and reduces traction in the rain. According to the Department of Energy, proper tire pressure improves fuel economy by up to 3%, real money over a year. But this next secret can save you from burning out your brakes entirely on a mountain road. Number 6. Manual mode for engine braking on long downhills. Ever drive down a long mountain road and feel your brakes getting softer and softer? That smell of hot metal drifting up through the vents? You're cooking your brake pads, and a full brake job can run you $800 or more. Look at your shifter. Next to the PRND, you probably see numbers, maybe 1, 2, 3, or a little plus and minus symbol, or an M for manual. These aren't decorative. Before a long descent, shift out of drive and into 2 or 3, or tap the minus sign once or twice. The engine now does the braking for you. The transmission holds a lower gear, and the car slows itself without you touching the pedal. This is called engine braking, and it's what truckers use coming down big grades. Here's what they don't tell you. Using engine braking on long hills can double the life of your brake pads and stop you from ever losing them at the worst possible moment. But this next feature is one parents and grandparents need to know about right now. Number 5. The child safety switch on your rear doors. You've got your grandkids in the back seat, and you're white-knuckled the whole drive because you know a curious toddler can pop a door handle in a second. On the highway, that's a nightmare you don't want to picture. Open either rear door and look at the edge, the side that faces backward when the door is closed. You'll see a small switch, lever, or slot. Some need a key or screwdriver to rotate, some you just flip with your finger. Flip it to the locked position, close the door, and now that door cannot be opened from the inside. Period. The outside handle still works, so you can let the kids out yourself. And you repeat it on the other rear door. This feature exists because child safety regulators made it mandatory decades ago, but an astonishing number of drivers have never flipped that switch even once. The next secret cleans up something you probably think is ruined for good. Number 4. The hidden vent that clears foggy headlights. Ever notice your headlights looking yellow, cloudy, or full of moisture after a rainstorm? Most folks assume the housing is shot and head to a parts store for a $40 restoration kit, or worse, a $400 replacement headlight. But here's what most drivers never notice. On the back of nearly every headlight housing, there's a small rubber cap or vent, usually at the top or rear. That vent is supposed to let moisture escape naturally. When it gets clogged with dirt or a spider decides to build a home in there, water gets trapped inside the lens. Pop your hood, reach behind the headlight, and find that cap. Pull it off, make sure the little hole is clear, and leave your headlights on for 20 to 30 minutes with the cap off. The heat from the bulb evaporates the trapped moisture, and it escapes through the open vent. Pop the cap back on, and your headlights look clear again. This next secret could mean the difference between starting your car and calling a tow truck. Number 3. The remote jump start terminals under your hood. You've got a dead battery, you've got jumper cables, you pop the hood, and you can't find the battery anywhere. On a lot of modern cars, especially BMWs, Mercedes, Chryslers, and some Fords, the battery is buried in the trunk or under the back seat to balance the car's weight. Good luck running jumper cables to that. Here's what they don't tell you. Automakers put remote jump start terminals right under the hood for exactly this reason. Look for a red plastic cover, usually near the engine, often marked with a plus sign. Flip it open, and there's a metal post designed to accept a jumper cable clamp. The negative cable clamps onto any unpainted metal bracket or a marked ground point. Hook them up exactly like you would on a normal battery. According to AAA, dead batteries are one of the top reasons for roadside calls. Knowing where your jump points are can save you an hour of waiting and a tow bill. But the next secret could save a life. Number 2. The glow-in-the-dark emergency trunk release. This one sounds dramatic, but it's one every driver and every passenger should know. Picture this. Someone's trapped in a trunk. A kid playing hide and seek. A car accident that jams the seats forward. A worst-case scenario nobody wants to imagine. Every car sold in the United States since September 2002 is required by federal law to have an emergency trunk release. Climb into your trunk or have someone you trust do it, close the lid, and look up at the inside of the trunk lid. You'll see a glowing handle, lever, or T-shaped pull. It glows in the dark on purpose so a panicked person can find it without a flashlight. Pull it, and the trunk pops open from the inside. That's it. Show this to your kids, show it to your grandkids, show it to anyone who rides in your car. It takes 30 seconds and it might matter someday. But this last secret saves you real cash, every single time something goes wrong. Number 1. The OBD-II port that replaces our $150 diagnostic fee. Your check engine light comes on. You take the car to the dealership or a chain shop. Before they even lift the hood, they hit you with a $120 to $180 diagnostic fee just to plug in a code reader and tell you what's wrong. And half the time what's wrong is a loose gas cap. Here's what they don't tell you. Every car sold in the US since 1996 has a standardized port called the OBD-II, and it's sitting under your dashboard right now. Crouch down at the driver's seat, look up under the steering column, and you'll find a trapezoid-shaped plug about the size of a thumb. That's it. A basic code reader costs about $25 online. Some plug in directly and show a code on a small screen. Others are Bluetooth and pair with a free app on your phone. You plug it in, turn the key to the on position without starting the engine, and within 10 seconds you've got the same code the shop was going to charge you $150 to read. Here's the kicker. The reader also clears the code after you've fixed the problem. No second trip required. That one $25 purchase pays for itself the first time you use it, and it keeps paying you back every time the light comes on for the rest of the car's life. Most drivers go their entire lives paying dealerships to look at that little port for them, not knowing they could do it themselves in their own driveway in under 2 minutes. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember the OBD-II port. That $25 reader under your dash will pay you back every time your check engine light turns on for as long as you own the car. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 15 did you already know? Drop the number in the comments below. And if I missed one that saved your bacon, tell me about it.
Time for more money-saving tips most drivers never learn. New ones every week. Drive safe out there.